Hey y'all, this is Marie from our Okie homestead, fixing to head out and do chores. Ooh, it's a nice sunny day out here today. I don't think I'm gonna be needing this. Corn. Weather has been going back and forth between cold and, like today, beautiful. The chickens, when they're out scavenging on those colder days, of course there's not as many bugs, so then they don't really get that protein. So I try to make sure on the colder days to make sure and give them the egg pellets then. But with it being colder weather, shorter days, it's more the light, the shorter days. Let y'all watch them. It's more interesting. But, oh yes, farm dogs in training. They figure if the chickens are eating, that must mean that there's something to eat. So they're always coming up with the chickens. The chickens will go run around there and get dog food here in a little bit, so they trade out. I think somebody just laid an egg. I've been trying to mostly collect eggs in the afternoon because we've been getting freezes at night, and so then that way the eggs don't sit in the nest boxes and crack from freezing. The hens, for those that don't know, the hens, just because there's eggs in a nest, they won't lay on them. Normally a hen will wait until there's a certain amount of eggs, and then I guess her instinct kicks in, and that's when she'd lay on them. Anyway, I'm gonna drop these off in the kitchen and head out the back door. Just out here doing a little bit more cleanup with the area that's gonna be for the billy goat when we get one, or have one. Brownie's bagging up still pretty good, but not real tight yet or anything, so just kind of keeping an eye on her. But that's about all that we're doing next day or two, really, is just working on some cleanup. I want to get this area done, and I started on this other area, and I got about half done, but it was the easiest half, so I've got the harder half coming up that I'll be using the bucket to pick up the chunks of wood. Some of it I can save to cut for firewood. The smaller pieces, I'll be taking them up to the burn pile up front. The great big pieces are just going to end up getting pushed to fill in that hole, and then some of the biggest pieces will just get left out in the middle of that. They'll rot down over time. I'm sure the goats will have fun climbing all over them, whatever. So that's my plan at this point. I'm just trying to get that stuff done. I want to get the this area for the billy goat done, not because I'm in a big hurry to get a billy goat, but because I can go ahead and put the girls in here too. So once this other area is done over here where all this mess has been, then I'll be able to, there's only a small section of fence that's missing right there, and once I get that up and get it filled in, then I can turn them loose in there too. So that's what I'm working on, pushing to get this done, to get them as much space as possible, and then that way they have a bigger turnout area. As soon as I accomplish that, then I'm going to start hitting my fence line on the north side of the property of the mare's pasture, and clear out that fence line as much as I can. It's just another beautiful day out here in southeast Oklahoma, and so I'm just taking full advantage of it. It's cool enough that I don't have a bunch of bees buzzing me. You know, I don't have to worry about stirring up wasps so much. They are kind of out a little bit, but they're kind of hanging close to the buildings, their nests, wherever they're at, but they're not out here messing around. I haven't had any buzz me, and so as long as I don't get buzzed by a bee or a wasp, then I'm going to stay out here because it's beautiful. It's probably about 60 degrees out here today. Just gorgeous, gorgeous sky. The goats are taking full advantage of it. They're taking a nap, just laying in the sunshine. So they're thinking life is good. So that's just what we're doing. It's just some more work around the farm. Not too far from the goatie girls, just so that Oreo's a little bit more secure feeling. She's doing a lot better. She had a couple rough days there. She's still letting them kind of bully her some, but she's settling in a little bit better. So, you know, separating them at feeding time and everything helps. That's something I learned from the mares a long time ago, because there's a pecking order, and she's at the bottom of it as far as the Snowball is the goat with the red collar. She's the only one that's not bowing down to Oreo. Otherwise, Oreo would be the boss of all of them. Me too, I guess, at the rate she's going, training me. But anyway, I'm going to get back to work. So I've been back and forth on the tractor working on getting this mess cleaned up, and they've all just been laying there napping, and that's after the puppy visit. So they're doing pretty good. I'll just be ready to get this all done so they can have the whole area. But yeah, I got maybe a couple more bucketfuls, and then that'll have most of that mess up. It was just pieces of debris, fence posts that were half rotten. There's a decent sized piece of wood right there. I wish I could have got that when I still had the spear on the tractor. It's actually easier to pick that size stuff up with the spear. But I'm not going to go switch out the bucket for the spear just to get one piece of wood. So I'll just get what I can still with the bucket, and if I get it loaded, fine. If I don't, then I'll have the spear back on the tractor at some point in the next day or two, because we'll be needing to put out another roll of hay. So I'm just doing what I can with the bucket before I need the spear again. And Speck is like, he wants out, but it's like, sorry buddy, they're not here yet. So I was trying to get this mess cleaned up before they got here. They're supposed to come visit today, let Speck out. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here so I can get back to work. She's upset because my sister took empty feed sacks to haul to the trash. She just knows there was food in those empty feed sacks. So she's just like, man. Silly. The other goat's done and took off back in the barn. I'm gonna have to chase him out. I got quite a bit of that mess up. I got maybe 1 or 2 more bucketfuls, but figured I'd take a break while he's out. Oh, here they come. Here they come finally. No. You're supposed to be out there. Get them out here eating, doing their job. Well, I tell you, I wasn't sure what kind of day today was going to end up. The way it started out, just kind of I didn't know it was going to be such a pretty day. Isn't that crazy that as much as they want to go run back in the barn when they get freaked out, they're like more than willing to go off over there. Yeah. It's like, did you not freak out over there?
Oreo's trying to show them what they should be doing.
Yeah. Now, come on, girls. Quit standing around on the job. Get to work. Look at them heading back for the barn. She closed that gate so they can't go in. They're like, the opening is closed. What do we do? Oreo is a serious goat. Yeah. She climb up trying to grab stuff. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Those three. You know, the guy that I got those three from, I should send him a little video clip of how spoiled these goats are and ask him, did he ever have them in a barn or something? Because they sure don't want to go out anywhere else unless it's over at my neighbor's place. It's like, come on, get out here and work. Gotta go stand over there on the metal instead. Oriole's like, she's not wasting no time. Good job. Good. Gosh, I'm so glad to see them eating. I was fixing to walk over there and see if maybe I could guide them to a different area if they wasn't going to eat, but then they decided to start eating, so I'm going to leave them alone. I'm just taking full advantage of another beautiful day down here. So anybody that doesn't know this area of southeast Oklahoma, I can tell you that our winter, even when the Arctic blast hits, like I said, it usually only lasts a couple days and then it's gone again, and then we get more beautiful weather. And you know, a few more days we'll have another cold spell, and then we'll be back to having some more beautiful weather. So love it. Y'all have a good one.